205 coffins were laid out in 4 rows on the vast parade grounds of the Finance Police Academy. Strong aftershocks continue to rock the region, so the state funeral was held here because it was judged the only place safe enough to hold such a large gathering of people in L'Aquila. Several small white caskets containing the bodies of children sat on top of their mothers' coffins. The mass state funeral was attended by thousands of people, including relatives and friends of the victims. Italy was represented by President Giorgio Napolitano and Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi. Prayers were led by the Archbishop of L'Aquila, Giuseppe Molinari, and Vatican Secretary of State, Cardinal Tarcisio Bertone. A representative of the Italian Muslim community, Mohammed Nur Dashan, also participated in the funeral, and many of the rescue workers helping in the relief effort were present. Cardinal Bertone tried to encourage the mourners. "I can feel there is a new hope in your hearts, and I feel that beneath the rubble there is a desire to rebuild, to start one's life anew, to start new projects, and to dream again," he said. Many survivors were still under shock.
"We lost everything. We've got nothing left. We still have to pay the mortgage on our house with nothing left. We escape in our pajamas and slippers, nothing else. Just now, my husband and I were talking about our future. What are we going to do? We don't know."
Today was a day of sadness, but also of great anger over apparent poor quality construction, which has been blamed for increasing the death toll. During the past days, President Napolitano has blamed widespread irresponsibility for the collapse of many modern buildings. Prosecutors have opened an inquiry into building standards.
Until a few days ago, the area where I live was considered the safest one in L'Aquila, because we'd been told that all the buildings had been constructed in compliance with anti-seismic building codes.
Instead, his house collapsed.
I hope someone will be held responsible, because you can't make people pay an arm and a leg for an apartment constructed without following the building codes. The constructors must be punished.
The Italian government has estimated €3 billion will be needed to repair or rebuild some 10,000 buildings damaged in the quake. The solemn state funeral, attended by survivors and top Italian authorities, marks a day of official mourning for the nearly 300 victims of the earthquake that devastated L'Aquila and villages nearby. Starting next week, it will be time to think of reconstruction. It remains to be seen if any of those responsible for the construction of many modern buildings that collapsed because they did not meet essential building standards will ever be punished. Achtner, PressTV, L'Aquila.